Welcome to Cooking with 412 Food Rescue, supported by UPMC Health Plan. In each episode, you'll get a quick, simple, family-friendly recipe that is both nutritious and delicious, using ingredients you can find in any grocery store. Each recipe includes options for customizing it to your personal tastes and feeds up to 4 people. Join us at the Good Food Project, 412 Food Rescue's kitchen, to see what we're creating today. Hi, I'm Greg Austin, chef of the Good Food Project, 412 Food Rescue's kitchen. Here with me today is my friend Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen, a registered dietitian with UPMC Health Plan.
We're excited to share some delicious, nutritious meals with you today that the whole family will love.
I'm excited and ready to see all of these recipes. Let's
Great.
go.
Let's get started. Today we'll be making peanut butter soba noodles. This is a great recipe for the picky eaters in the family. I love it because you just mix a sauce and cook a noodle and you're done.
This is my son's favorite recipe. I'm really excited to get started.
Great. Here's everything you need to prepare today's recipe. A pot of boiling water with a pinch of salt in it, a strainer, 1 pound of noodles of your choice. You can use buckwheat if you have a gluten allergy or intolerance in the home. Linguine is fine.
And today we're using soba?
Correct.
Great.
3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of ginger. Is that right? That's right. Some rice wine vinegar, corn syrup, peanut butter, soy sauce. Yep.
And I believe we also have some
Lime juice.
juice.
Correct.
Great.
Sesame oil is the final thing you'll need. And any vegetables you might want to chop up and throw in at the end. That's about it. You'll want to start your pot of water boiling, and while that's heating up, you'll prepare your ginger and garlic and any vegetables or proteins you might want to throw in. Chopping garlic, I like a fine mince just to make sure it doesn't clog up the sauce. And I usually grate my ginger with something like this.
That's such an easy way to do ginger. Usually it can be so challenging because you might not be aware of how easy it is to use ginger in a recipe. It looks very intimidating.
For sure. I like to use the back of a spoon to peel it. Just rub it right across. Get that husk off.
So you don't even need any additional tools.
Correct.
So we have our ginger ready to go, we have our garlic chopped. I love both of these since we usually talk about white foods not being good for us. These are great examples of white foods that are fantastic for us. I'm very excited that they're in the recipe. What other vegetable will you be adding today?
I'm going to use carrots and cilantro for mine. I like the sharpness and herbaceousness of a cilantro. Not for everyone, but I enjoy it. And a shredded carrot, it fits really nicely in with the texture of the soba noodles.
And as you said, this is versatile, so we don't have to add the cilantro if we don't want to. We could add bok choy, really add any other vegetable. I've heard of cucumber being great in there. So not only could you add vegetables, I like mine with shrimp.
Yeah.
I make a good chipotle shrimp, or you could add chicken. So
Absolutely, proteins are easy to add in. A lot of different flavor profiles fit within this recipe, and people tend to love peanut butter.
fantastic.
So what we start with is mixing our sauce while the water boils. Start with the lime juice.
Okay.
Most of that in there.
Lots of great vitamin C.
Wonderful. We'll do our tablespoon. Where did I put my of ginger? And we'll get our garlic in there. Right around now is when I would add peanut butter.
Now, could you use a crunchy peanut butter or a smooth peanut butter?
You could,
Okay.
as long as you don't mind little peanuts once it's a sauce.
I know I've topped mine with peanuts, but I usually use the smooth one in the sauce, so I haven't
Same.
thought about using either.
Yeah. Peanut butter. You'll need a whisk for this recipe. Wonderful.
Now, peanut butter also adds protein to this, so even without any other proteins, we have a lot of protein in there. It's a great healthy fat for us. It helps reduce down the risk of diabetes. It can help reduce down the risk of heart disease, so great addition health-wise too.
Wonderful. Soy sauce. tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, just a splash of sesame oil,
Lovely.
and whisk.
What a great sauce overall. Overall nutrition-wise, seems pretty easy.
Quite.
Yum.
And by the time you're done doing this, your water should either be boiling or your noodles are already done.
As you said when we got started, sauce, noodles, very easy.
Final thing will be the corn syrup, which helps hold everything together. That's 2 tablespoons. A little trick for this is coat the tablespoon with one of your oils from the recipe first, and it'll help this slide right out of there.
That's a great idea. So if you put a little bit of the sesame oil in beforehand, it helps
Correct.
make cleanup and
Yeah.
not a huge mess whenever you're using it.
Absolutely.
This is also great because this part of it doesn't involve a lot of cooking, and other than using the knives beforehand with chopping everything, it's a great way to allow your kids to be part of the action. They can use the whisk if they're old enough. So it does make this more family friendly involved if you're making the recipe together.
Absolutely.
So I love that this is something that you can do all together and everybody could add anything.
Now that our noodles are finished, we toss them in the sauce.
I really like that you're taking the noodles and putting it in the sauce. I would normally do it the other way, but this way makes so much more sense.
Wonderful.
And you can see those pieces of garlic, those pieces of the little bits of ginger.
And you just want an even coating of whatever your pasta of choice has been. And we're ready to plate. This is a great dish, very versatile. It can be served hot or cold. You can use it as a lunch if you're in a hurry.
I feel like I would really like it warm in the winter and colder in the summer.
And you can vary what you add into the dish based on how you're going to serve it. I'm going to add carrots and cilantro to mine.
I really like the addition of cilantro. Cilantro is a green leafy vegetable, actually, so you're getting some of your green leafies in whenever you have this.
Wonderful.
Wonderful for folate and vitamin C. I feel as if I would probably maybe do something roasted if I was going to do it warm, but maybe even some red peppers in addition to the carrots.
Absolutely.
That looks lovely. Or even a pickled carrot or some pickled ginger on the side.
Absolutely.
Yum. I'm so excited to taste this.
Thank you so much. Me too.
Wow. Beautiful. Yay. Thank you, Chef Greg from the Good Food Project. This smells fantastic. It looks delicious. It was so simple for you to make and such easy ingredients that you have in your house. Great way to make substitutions would be to use almond butter or cashew butter instead of the peanut butter, just for an example. I'm so excited to taste it. Absolutely delicious. I hope you and your family enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed today's demo. For more information about the Good Food Project and 412 Food Rescue, please visit our website. Find the recipes in the comments below, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.